If you're new to meditation or you've been doing it even for a long time, you may be asking yourself, am I getting benefit out of this? Hi, my name is Kevin, and I help transform people's lives. A lot of people, when they start getting into meditation, they're concerned, they're confused. They're like, am I doing this right? I'm sitting here in silence and I'm not getting anything. I don't feel like my life is changing. Those are all natural feelings. We all have experienced that when we started on our meditation journey. And even if we've been doing it for a little while, we might be questioning, am I really getting the benefits from my meditations? And the answer to that is yes. Yes, you are. Deep down, you are getting the benefits. There's change happening. Now, you might not be able to see it on the surface, and it might not be reflecting in your outer world at the moment. But deep down, every time you go into that and you quiet your mind and you sit there just with yourself, you are getting a benefit. Let's take a look at our society right now. Most people don't spend quality time with themselves. Everybody's scared to go inside and look at themselves, because going inside can be very scary because your stuff comes up, your traumas, your old belief systems. That ego mind is going to be yabbering in your ear during your meditation. And the whole idea of meditation is to just be. You don't have to do anything, just be. Now, people use different methods when they meditate. One method is just sitting in silence, just sitting there. And this is something I've been trying to practice a little bit more. I've done guided meditations, with music and sound and that kind of stuff. That's one aspect. The one I just mentioned, like with sitting in silence, I've been doing that. And I'm actually going to be doing a 30-day, 31-day silent meditation challenge for myself. And I invite you to come along if you like, and I'd like to hear your feedback on it. So for sitting down for 30 days and just listening to silence for a couple hours a day. So take the time for yourself and actually try this, because as you go in and you do the meditation, what you're doing is you're experiencing a connection with yourself. Now, like I said, most people try to avoid that because things can come up that are painful. And the reason those things are coming up is to allow you to let them go. Observe them. Don't hold attachment to them. Don't resist them, because what you resist persists. If you're able to let those feelings, those thoughts and images just come up and realize they really don't hold anything. They're not who you truly are deep down. It's not your authentic being that is having these experiences. It's your ego. Your ego is the one that is doing this. You'll hear when you're sitting there in silence, this isn't working. Why am I wasting my time? Oh God, 2 hours? Like, how long has it been already? Your brain will just try to keep yabbering to knock you off course, because it doesn't want to change. Because as you grow and change, that egoic part of yourself will slowly fade and die, and it's going to do everything it can to survive. Now, like we talked about, are you getting benefits from it? Yes. It's like going to the gym or starting a diet. You don't see the immediate results, but consistency and staying focused on it does produce results down the road. Now, like anything, you have to stay consistent. You have to keep working at it. And the easiest way to work at it is just sit with it. Be there, do the meditations, allow yourself to experience what is going on. When I do meditations, it takes, probably a good 15, 20, 30 minutes, somewhere in there, for the mind chatter to start slowing down. It doesn't completely go away. It just starts slowing down. And then I hear these voices come up, and I realize it's not me. And if you actually just sit there and observe it and let it be seen, heard, and felt, it's like a cloud in the sky. It just moves on and changes form. It's not actually anything that we need to worry about. The problem is we take our thoughts as a literal thing. It's like, oh, I'm thinking this. But when you give your attention to that, that's when you start giving it energy. And when you got a negative thought or less than desirable thought, and you start focusing on it, you're giving it that energy and attention, which keeps it alive, and it's feeding it. If you're not feeding the thoughts, they basically starve themselves out and move on. So there are benefits that are happening below the surface when you're meditating that you may not see in the beginning. Stick with it. Don't give up. It's going to take some time. There's benefits that you do not see. So stay consistent, keep doing the meditations, and allow yourself just to be. Connect with yourself. In this society, it's so rare for people to do that. And more people are starting to do that. There's more of an awakening going on where people are starting to realize that, you know what, all the stuff out there, all that noise, all the stuff that's going on doesn't feel right. I don't resonate with it. And by doing that, you can go more inside and connect with who you really are. So keep up the work. Keep doing the meditations. Try different forms. Like I said, you can sit there just in silence and let your thoughts come up and just observe them and let them flow. You can do guided meditations. You can listen to music. One of the things I do when I do a meditation is I have a mask, a night mask, and I'll put that on just to block out any peripheral light. So the less that my senses are picking up on the outside, the better. I'll put earplugs in to bring down the noise. And I have a family, and right now we got a friend visiting. So you might be hearing my kids in the background. They're home from school. So there's always constantly something going on. We got pets. So there's always noises. There's traffic outside. So you want to try to shut out as much of that external noise as much as possible, because there's going to be noise on the inside coming up, and you want to be able to let that all go. So I hope these tips have helped you. Realize you are getting benefits from doing meditations, even though you might not feel it in the moment. Stick with it, and down the road you will see benefits as you go along. And like I said, I'm going to be doing a 30-day challenge of doing a meditation a day. I'm going to try to post the videos the same day that I do it. It might be one day behind, depending on editing and how fast things go. But I encourage you to come along with me and share your experiences with me on this, because I love to hear your feedback and what meditation has done for you and what benefits are coming up for you. So please join me in this meditation challenge that I'm doing for 30 days, and let's have some fun with this. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next video.